What's up, guys? Today I'm going to teach you what we have figured out to do with the Operation Plague Star, and from start to finish this isn't going to take very long. Basically, the two main things you need to worry about is having an Ember in the group to kill the boss extremely fast. I would use a decent strength build. It doesn't require full strength, but you definitely don't want to go negative strength. But something with strength, maybe a little bit of range, some duration would be nice. But as the boss moves around, duration and range are kind of a coin toss, whether they are better or worse for you. So it's all RNG, depending on how often the boss moves, and how far away he moves. So all you have to do is you run in for phase one. You run into one of the Grenier Caves that's out in Cetus. You will see the yellow area, which is where this machine is. You walk up to the machine and you take the toxin. And that's phase one. Very easy, very simple. I fuck up here a few times because this guy was trying to beat me to it and he had speed buff on me. Kind of fucked up, but as you do this, you just leave the cave right off the rip. You leave the cave, and before you get out, you'll have this second waypoint. So first wave, you can send in whoever you want, doesn't matter, because all you do is run in, grab it, and go. And as you can see, the enemies that were here were not really a threat. They hardly did any damage to me, and I'm not using any abilities. So it's very simple. You can use your arc wing if the next objective is very far away. Nothing to that. Here, one of my buddies, he gets stuck in the door, so we're going to edit this out. Alright, so the second part, the person with the toxin, whoever picked it up from the first part, opens this up and goes inside and deposits it. As you see on the left hand side, you have infested catalyst and eidolon flaxus. So you have everybody go into their gear and use one. Hopefully your whole group has the items so that everybody can use one of each and you don't have to use multiples. I have been running this as I run a clan pretty often, and this run actually, when I decided to record, I was almost out of materials. So I could only use the catalyst and had one of my teammates use an extra flaxus for me. Then you just defend. It's relatively simple, no big deal. Just run around, defend, kill, kill, kill. And once time gets low, whoever is going to be running the toxin needs to just go ahead and get in here. Once the toxin is made, you walk up to the machine and take it out. That one's over. Phase 2 complete. Phase 3, much like the bounties, you have to escort a drone. What you do is you find the drone, and once you get to the drone, the person with the toxin has to activate the drone. Essentially, he gives the toxin to the drone. And then the drone goes to the boil, which is where the actual fun begins. So once you make it to the final part here, you'll see the drone. He kind of drops the toxin off into the infested boil there. Which, if you've never done this, do not get near the infested boil, as you will take extreme toxin damage and you'll die really quick unless you're somebody like Rhino or Chroma. But still, they die pretty quick for being the tanky characters. So you just sit here and you can see that infested purged is at 0%. We had a rough time with pods spawning for some reason, and we normally tend to kill those pods because they spawn so frequently, and we have no issue with killing the pods and still getting to 25, 50, 75, and 99 relatively quick. But this run, for some reason, they weren't spawning that fast, so we had a hard time. So here you can see we finally managed to hit 25 with me standing in front of pods and not killing them. As the boss comes out, he has 3 heads, and this is where your Ember comes in handy. Thanks to the PC players who figured this out for us, because this is pretty broken. I missed the first jump, and I missed the second jump here. You can see my pro skills. But you just use her third ability and then her second ability on the boss, and you can see he will die relatively quick. And again, you can see the duration, where I was talking about duration and range, because you don't need it to stay there forever, as my duration is not high and he's already walked out of it. Range, he would have taken a few more ticks had he walked into a bigger one. So, and then as you can see here, just with accelerant, the heads just die really, really quick, because when they open up, they take constant damage. That one is dead that quick. And we got 1 hemocyte, Castalith. This is why you bring Nekros. We have tested this, and so far we have gotten multiples on the first boss and on the third boss. Cannot say here nor there if the second or the fourth boss can drop multiples, but guaranteed the first one and the third one can. I believe those are the only ones we got multiples on. But you can get multiples in the same run. So you can walk out of here, instead of getting 4, we have gotten 6. And I think this run is actually the run where we got 6. So as you can see now, we're pretty close to 50%. Normally it takes very little time to get to 50% with an Ember in the group. And I think my build on this one is just 100% range, so it's not really that high. I'm just, being very active with my character running around. But I do have max strength on her. So we're just standing here by the pods, building up. And it just makes it easier on your team if there are infested around, to go ahead and kill the pods, so that they don't overwhelm. Because on the 4th wave, if you don't do damage with Ember, like with this, what I've done here, then it does get out of hand. So if you're not going to use Ember, if you don't have an Ember, I would suggest killing the pods, because they will, without Ember's damage or AoE damage, just destroying everything, as you can see. So here's the second boss, and as the bosses go on, they get harder and harder. They get more and more health, I should say. So you can see this is the second boss, and his heads are going to die really quickly. Dead already, just that quick. And skipping to the third. Alright, so here we are at 75%. The third boss is going to come out, and again, you'll take note of how fast he dies. All of them die relatively quick. 4 strength Ember, use her 3, and then use her 2 to increase the damage of her 3 on the boss. You can see just how fast they still die. Just like that, the third boss is dead. There's the 2 hemocyte from our Nekros in the group. And we'll skip forward to 99% and show you the final kill. So here we are at 99% and the final boss. He tends to glitch out if somebody is close and he targets them while he's coming out. So if when he's spawning, everyone gets well away from the boil, you shouldn't have this issue. The only time I've ever had him glitch in there is when somebody was close enough for him to want to attack them really close to the boil. He'll get glitched, and then he will not want to attack you. So as you can see, even the fourth boss dies very fast to Ember's ability. It just does so much damage so quick, he can't do anything about it. Just that quick, he's dead. And I guess we only got one hemocyte, but in this one. But you can get multiples because we have gotten we've gotten 6 in one run before. With 4 people in your clan, 6 times 4 is 24. That is 4 runs of that luck, and you're at 100. So four people running 4 runs, that's nothing for a gold trophy. You should be able to build multiples here. I've been pushing my clan really hard to do this event, so good luck, guys. And remember, if you use 4 of the Eidolon Flaxus and 4 of the Infested Catalyst, you will receive 3,000 of the standing for the operational supply. And once you're at max rank with them, the 3,000 standing is a already built forma every run. It's the infested Zal parts, which are supposed to be some of the best in the game right now. And it's some of the rarer fish materials for building your amp. It's the Cetus Wisp for building your amp. It's a lot of good stuff that you can buy from here, so I would highly suggest doing it. If you're not in a clan, get in a clan, because they'll surely have groups open willing to accept helping someone if they need, stronger frames or stuff like this. So, because it helps them get trophies, right? So, have fun, guys. Good luck, and I hope this helps some of you, because I know once I found out about the Nekros and Ember, it really made runs quick, and it made the hemocyte more often. So, less time involved. Take care. Have fun.